All right, now we're gonna do 4.6. I feel like it's hot in here. I feel like there's a door open or something. Okay, 4.6 was about screeners and universal screeners and assessments to see where kids are in their phonics and reading skills. So it gave me this fake student, Elaine, and it gave me all of these like pages and pages of her results, and I had to go through and say what the test was, what it measures, and how did she score, like what would a typical student her age score. And then she was really low in all of the areas, which indicates that she needed intensive support. And we just went through all this, so let's don't go through every test again. Other than we were talking about the maze might be something that's useful just to try to build vocabulary, but really it's just an assessment. I'm not sure how that would guide your instruction.
Yeah.
It's really used more for older kids from what I understand.
And it's just like, it's vocabulary, but it's like, is it context clues too?
Yeah, it would show an ability to use the word
in the correct context.
Yeah, but it also, I can't remember if any of those words were like just misspellings or if they were like you had some plurals in there.
Or if it was like there and there.
Yeah,
like
because that could be tricky
your.
too. That might be something that I should look into more. But we were talking about like the kind of tests that we use. What kind of tests do we do?
Use the Dolch sight word assessment when we do sight words, but then that comes from the quantitative 6 assessment, which is the reading assessment. So it does comprehension, oral reading fluency, and the sight words.
And this is like when we're doing the big annual assessment.
That's for the IEP. Yeah, the annual IEP. That's what we use. That's like the main thing, but it has like 3 subcategories in it. And then obviously we pull from like Ames Web. We do not pull from iReady reading.
Okay.
That's one thing that I learned, because I don't know why we don't pull from iReady reading, because we pull from iReady math. I think it's because not everybody has access to iReady reading in the district. I think that's why.
Yeah, I don't think we did.
No, we didn't until last year, I think.
But like ORF was in here as a measure. And some of these I could see using, like say we get a new kid and we don't have all the data you'd like.
Yeah.
You could probably do some of these and it would give you a good idea.
Yeah.
Like, do they have sight words? Do they have phonics? Like how much phonemic awareness do they really have? And it'll kind of like put them on a spectrum, some of these tests. But I saved all the stuff.
Yeah, especially if you want to use like the fry words.
I know, like I feel like that would be almost more helpful than the Dolch. But and then we talked about the way to teach sight words using phonics. That was probably my biggest takeaway from the whole module, was being able to use phonics and not just the memorization.
Yeah. I mean, some kids have problems with memorization, and like, what are they supposed to do? Just pretend like they know?
Yeah.
I feel like that's like kind of like setting them up for failure, because not everyone's going to remember everything.
Yeah. And that's interesting that when you were in California, you taught things that way. And you did the fry. Let me see if there's anything else. I think later I had to come up with like a plan for her and some goals and stuff. So, but yeah, that was it for that one. I'm pretty sure this was the biggest one. This words their way spelling. That was a lot. Like that's a complicated thing to score. But okay, that's it for that one. Actually, that's our last video.
Oh my goodness.